What's up, y'all? Wallamoose here, and we are just in the beginning of fall, and I don't mean to alarm you, but it's about time to start thinking about a holiday game plan for your online store. This includes Halloween, New Year's, Thanksgiving, all those holidays at the end of the year. And whether you're on Shopify, Etsy, or another e-commerce platform, the holidays consistently bring in a lot of traffic just because everyone is shopping online. So in this video, I'm going to give you 4 ways to prep your online store for the holiday season so you can reduce your stress and increase your store's success. So tip number 1 is analyzing your store and thinking how you can put a holiday spin on your niche. Now, every store is different, but 99% of the time, you can put a holiday spin on whatever you're selling. Now, during the holiday season, there's upwards of 10 or more holidays. Some are more obscure, some are more popular, but I would recommend choosing 1 to 3 holidays to shoot for, to create products for, because if you try to do all holidays, you're gonna get a bit overwhelmed and the quality of your products are gonna be reduced and you're not gonna be able to have the volume for each holiday. And then in the years to come, you can do some other holidays. And so over a few years, you can have all the holidays, but just shoot for 1 to 3 at a time per year. And now once you have your holidays picked out, it's time to get a little creative and see how you can spin your products to match those holidays. And if you're completely stuck, check out some other shops in your niche, see what they're doing for the holidays, and don't copy them exactly, but you can replicate and get some inspiration on how you can spin your own products so they can sell better depending on which holiday you choose. And if all else fails, each holiday has a different color scheme associated with it. So you can do like Christmas, red, green, Thanksgiving, brown, orange, and just kind of spin your products with a color scheme that matches that holiday, or a pattern, or some different themes. It doesn't have to be too crazy. It can be as simple as that, even if you're just reskinning old products with a new color scheme. And tip number 2 is preparing for hyper competitiveness. So keep in mind that every other store is going to be doing the same thing you're doing. And so there's going to be a huge influx of listings for different holidays, and you're going to be competing with a lot of different companies. So what I would recommend is releasing your products 2 to 3 months in advance. And so if you're doing Christmas, release it in September, October. That way you can get ahead of the traffic and kind of show the algorithm like, hey, I'm releasing these holiday products. Get used to it. I'm going to upload a whole bunch, and the algorithm knows that as soon as this holiday traffic hits, that these listings go for that holiday. And also what I would recommend is uploading bulk items for the holidays. So don't just upload 1 or 2 things. Have at least 5 to 25 if you can. I know it's kind of hard for some stores, but upload as many products as you can. That way the algorithm is triggered saying, hey, my shop is uploading things for this holiday. Show things to the audience who needs it. And the platform you're on can get a better understanding on what you're doing. And if you're having a hard time thinking about how you can upload a whole bunch of products, again, think about reskinning. Upload something with a red color scheme and a green color scheme. That's 2 listings for the same product, just with a different color scheme, or different patterns. If you're doing jewelry, you can have different patterns on like a necklace. So think about just essentially reskinning products, but don't make it spammy. That's very important. Be intentional with your reskinning and make sure each product is unique to itself without being like 100 different products that look very similar, just to get more listings. So no one likes being spammy. Just be intentional with your reskins. All right, so tip number 3, and I've talked about it before, but Allura is my favorite keyword finder. And the reason I'm bringing up keywords for this video is because you can have a whole bunch of holiday listings, but if you don't have the proper keywords, no one's going to find it. So again, it is very hyper competitive during the holiday season. So having proper keywords and doing keyword research beforehand, using a tool like Allura, you can have a better chance of people seeing your products and overall getting more sales. So if you want, there is a free trial. I will put a link in the description for Allura. But again, it's a very great tool for doing keyword research. So they have a whole bunch of tools, but I'm going to talk about the keyword finder. So if you click on this in your dashboard, you can search pretty much any keyword related to a holiday and see how popular it is. So for example, in my shop, I sell printables on Etsy, so I'm going to search the keyword Christmas planner to see how popular it is. So obviously there's 2.2 million views, there's 500 shops competing, and about 50,000 listings. And so it's very popular, but there's also a lot of sales, and there's a lot of favorites and a lot of views. And so the traffic is there, but I have to keep in mind it is very competitive. So I can refine it further and do a long tail keyword to see if that would be better. And adding another word in here, so Christmas digital planner, I can see there's 1.3 million views, 11,000, so compared to 50,000, and still similar amount of sales. And so I have a better chance of ranking if I use Christmas digital planner, so I can start using that instead of Christmas planner. So ideally, I'll go a step further, but it takes a while doing this. So you just want to keep refining it until you find the perfect keyword. Spend some time with it, because the more time you do up front with it, the more success you'll have once your listing is live. All right, so now that you have your holidays, your products, and your keywords, it's time to talk about how you're going to market and get some sales. So there's two sides to this coin. I'm going to talk about paid advertising and organic. So if you're lucky enough to have a social presence or a following behind your business, what I would recommend is uploading all your products at one time and setting up an email or social campaign, just essentially a marketing campaign that goes out the same week that your products go out. That way your entire audience is notified and everything can happen all at once and get a huge boost of traffic to your products. Now, what if you have a small social presence or no presence at all? So you're going to be going for organic traffic, and you're going to be trying to get traffic based on searches on Etsy or Google. It's a bit easier on Etsy than Google, but what you're going to do here is, if you're uploading, let's say 10 products, keep an eye over the coming days and weeks to see which products are showing the most traffic influx and see why that is. So if some images look really cool and it's getting a lot of traffic, try to replicate that with your other listings. So there's something called the 80-20 rule, and so that's essentially saying 80% of your sales come from 20% of your listings. So what you want to do if you don't have paid advertising or a social presence is see what makes that 20% of listings stronger and try to replicate that with your weaker listings. And so throughout the holiday season and the years to come, you can further tweak it, and so you have a higher conversion rate. That way, when people do see it, they're more likely to buy. So it's more of a process and it's a bit harder work, but you don't have to do the upfront collateral with ads or social media. You're just really gonna have to pay attention to analytics. So after those 4 things, you should have a pretty strong store and you should have a pretty good holiday season. So good luck with it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.